Good morning, America. Tomahawks on the table. Ukraine's President Zelensky making his plea at the White House to President Trump for those long-range missiles that can strike deep inside Russia and what Zelensky is offering in return.
George Santos goes free. President Trump commutes the sentence of the disgraced former congressman, serving less than 3 months of his 7-year sentence for wire fraud and identity theft. What the president said after announcing the move and the response from critics this morning.
The desperate search for Kata Scott continues, a suspect arrested in connection to the Philadelphia woman's disappearance as police ask the public for help in finding her, as the DA addresses the previous drop charge against the suspect.
Caught on camera, chilling doorbell video.
Worst nightmare.
A trio in Halloween costumes leaving a family terrified.
Open the door! Open the door!
How police say it went from a possible prank to a criminal offense.
Royal shakeup. Prince Andrew gives up his titles, the latest fallout for the former Duke of York over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. What royal watchers are saying.
Social media safety. Instagram's parent company taking steps to ensure teen safety on its platforms. AI chatbots now the focus. What parents need to know about how far the new controls go, and why some critics say they're not enough.
There goes Ohtani.
Oh, Ohtani, the Dodgers superstar, hitting 3 home runs and pitching 6 innings as LA sweeps the Brewers to head to the World Series in a history-making performance.
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, that's right.
3 homers, 10 strikeouts.
Look at you with the stats.
I know.
Two-way
You
player.
memorized those that we told you when we were walking down?
No, Good morning, America. It is good to see you on this Saturday. Yeah, we are so happy for the LA Dodgers, of course. We're going to have more on the MLB playoffs coming up here. Also here, it's a big sports weekend ahead. We're live in Athens, Georgia for College Game Day, so we're very excited about that.
Yep, a lot to cover this morning. Plus, we're following the more than 2,500 No Kings Day rallies scheduled across the country today, highlighting the division across the country. Millions of people expected to attend, protesting the direction of the country under President Donald Trump.
Yes, a lot to get to, but we do begin with President Trump's call for Ukraine and Russia to end the fighting, where the lines stand right now, and his meeting with Ukraine's president, eager to secure long-range cruise missiles from the U.S. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang is in Washington with the latest. Good morning, Selena.
Hey, Janae, good morning. That's right. Ukraine Zelensky came to the White House to ask President Trump for those Tomahawk missiles, but Zelensky did not walk away with the deal. President Trump is now hesitating on sending those powerful missiles to Ukraine. Overnight, the high-stakes meeting at the White House. President Trump sitting down with Ukraine's President Zelensky.
I think President Zelensky wants it done, and I think President Putin wants it done.
Trump expressing confidence that Russia's Vladimir Putin is ready to end the war. But Zelensky saying Putin is not, as Russia has only escalated its attacks. Zelensky asking the president for long-range Tomahawk missiles, weapons that can strike deep inside Russia. Trump had suggested he's open to that, but 24 hours after speaking on the phone with Putin, President Trump now hesitating.
Hopefully we'll be able to get the war over with without thinking about Tomahawk.
Zelensky then put an offer on the table, suggesting the U.S. swap Tomahawks for sophisticated Ukrainian drones. Trump is now preparing for a second summit with Putin, this time in Hungary, admitting, though, that Putin could be playing him.
Aren't you concerned that maybe the Russian president is trying to buy himself more time?
Yeah, I am, but, you know, I've been played all my life by the best of them, and I came out really well.
After their 2-hour meeting, Zelensky saying he's realistic about his chances of getting those Tomahawks.
I think that Russians afraid about Tomahawks, really afraid, because it's a strong weapon.
Zelensky stressing his country needs security guarantees from the U.S.
Our nation is afraid that if we will have ceasefire, we need security guarantees from the United States that Putin will not come again with aggression.
The president later urging both countries to stop fighting at their current positions.
You stop at the battle line and both sides should go home
go to their families, stop the killing.
And President Trump said that meeting with Putin in Hungary could happen within the next 2 weeks. Trump also says he'll likely meet with Zelensky there, but separately. Now, remember, President Trump last met with Vladimir Putin in Alaska back in August, but walked away empty-handed. So, Gio, the big question now, will this time be any different?
Yeah, that is the big question. Selena Wang, thank you for your reporting there from Washington. And this morning, disgraced former Congressman George Santos is waking up out of prison as a freed man. Overnight, President Trump commuting his 7-year sentence for fraud and identity theft. ABC News investigative reporter Olivia Rubin is right here with more on this. Good morning, Olivia.
Gio, good morning. Former Congressman George Santos pleaded guilty to wire fraud and identity theft, admitted he embezzled funds from his campaign donors, lied to Congress, and obtained fraudulent unemployment checks. But now he is a free man after Trump commuted his 7-year sentence less than 3 months after it began. Santos, who was elected in 2022, also admitted to lying about much of his biography, including his education, employment, and even that his mother had died in 9/11. But just days ago, Santos penning a public plea to the president, telling him he is a lifelong Republican and a proud believer in your America First vision. Also telling the president as a congressman he had stood by him 100% of the time. Trump announcing in his move, saying that Santos was somewhat of a rogue but had been horribly mistreated in prison, adding at least Santos had the courage, conviction, and intelligence to always vote Republican. But several New York Republican congressmen are now criticizing this move, one saying a mere 3-month sentence is not justice.
All right, Olivia, so a lot to cover there, but also while we have you here, you're also following John Bolton, that's the former national security advisor. He pleaded not guilty to charges accusing him of retaining and sharing classified materials. So walk us through this. How serious are these charges? What's next for the case?
These are severe allegations that could possibly lead to decades of jail time if convicted here. Prosecutors here essentially accusing Bolton of mishandling classified information, in part, they say, by using a personal email account when he was national security advisor to make diary-like entries about his day-to-day activities and then sharing those with 2 others. But Bolton's attorney says those diary entries are no crime and that he never unlawfully stored or shared information. So a long legal road is ahead here, and it's now up to a judge and possibly a jury to determine the merits. Bolton due back in court next month.
As you said, a long legal road ahead. Olivia, thank you for that. Now to the latest U.S. attack in the Caribbean. For the first time, there are survivors after a strike against an alleged drug smuggling vessel. ABC's Christian Cordero joins us now with more from Washington. Christian, good morning.
Whit, good morning. The tension in the Caribbean Sea is rising, as is the rhetoric between President Trump and Venezuela's Nicolas Maduro. Trump yesterday used an expletive to threaten the authoritarian leader while confirming Maduro offered to negotiate a deal using Venezuela's oil and other natural resources. In Trump's vow to crack down on cartels, the administration has now carried out at least 6 boat strikes in the Caribbean, claiming each was smuggling drugs headed towards the U.S. Venezuela denies it's facilitating any drug trafficking. It's unclear whether the now destroyed boats had drugs on them. We also don't know the identities or nationalities of those killed. The most recent strike was the first to target a semi-submersible, which the Coast Guard has often chased down as suspected drug boats. It was also the first strike to leave survivors. At least 2 survivors are now in custody aboard a U.S. vessel. The administration hasn't yet shared what exactly they plan to do with them. Meanwhile, the military presence around the region is shoring up, with some 10,000 U.S. troops now operating in Latin America. This week, Trump ordered B-52 bombers to fly circles near Venezuela as a show of force. Venezuela is also building up its military, last month recruiting and mobilizing civilian militia. Officials there, Janae, claim it has deployed some 4.5 million people.
Wow.
Janae.
All right, Christian, thank you for your reporting. Meanwhile, organizers are expecting millions of Americans to turn out for No King's Day protests across the country. They say more than 2,000 demonstrations are planned. Alex Stone joins us now from Los Angeles, where in a few hours the streets are expected to be packed. Good morning to you, Alex.
Hey, Janae, as you mentioned, organizers expect millions of people to take part in this today. 2,600 different locations around the U.S. You can see here around the Federal Building in downtown L.A., they now have fencing up. This is where troops were several months ago that they have gotten ready for today. That this is expected to be a redo, a follow-up to the King's Day events that went on in June. Organizers say that they want to follow up on what they did then. The groups organizing today's event say this is in response to what they call an abuse of power by President Trump, including his immigration crackdown and attempts to send in troops in cities like LA, Portland, and Chicago. Outside of Chicago this week, a number of arrests made at an ICE building as a fence around that building was coming down. Judge ruled that fence had to be removed because it was a safety hazard there and they had to bring it down. Now, Republicans are branding today's event as a Hate America rally all around the U.S., saying the rallies are just contributing to the ongoing government shutdown now in day 18. Organizers say these rallies are being organized by regular people and volunteers, but a number of groups, including the ACLU, do say that they are helping to plan them. Some celebrities are expected to attend as well. And here in L.A., police are worried about infiltrators getting into these, potential counter-protesters. They say that they are ready for whatever goes on today. There was violence during the No King's Day events in the evening back in June. They say that they will be keeping an eye on everything going on tonight, and they're ready for whatever does go on. Gio?
And we'll be watching these protests throughout the day on our streaming channel, ABC News Live. Alex Stone, thank you so much. Now to new details here in the search for a missing Philadelphia woman and the suspect under arrest in the case. ABC's Morgan Norwood has more on this. Good morning, Morgan.
Good morning to you, Gio. A really concerning case here. We're week 3 with no sign of Kata Scott. And this morning, there are questions about why the man accused in her disappearance was back on the street after a prior kidnapping case.
This morning, the desperate search for Kata Scott now entering a 3rd week.
If there's anything that I hope to gain by this press conference, it is to have more people come forward.
Police say the 23-year-old healthcare worker vanished mid-shift while working at this assisted living facility in Philadelphia. Authorities arresting this man, Keon King, in connection to her disappearance. Police say King was charged in another alleged kidnapping incident in January, but those charges were dropped. Authorities pressed on why.
Keon King had access to a lot of money, and so he paid $20,000 bail almost immediately. This is the problem with cash bail.
Investigators say before Kata disappeared, she told relatives she was being harassed, though it's yet to be determined if the person harassing her was King.
The information that we know is that he was the last person with her. He was traveling with her when her phone goes offline. We have every reason to believe at this point she did not go willingly.
And police now investigating this video, who they believe to be Keon King, a man seen peeking through a window from outside in the yard. It's unclear when or where this video was taken. And now it's a race against time to find Kata.
I can tell you is that every single effort that can be made to help Kata and her family is being made.
Her family desperate for answers.
There was progress overall in the case as far as the police apprehending a possible suspect. The end result is Kata being home, and she's not home. So I'm not, I need my daughter home. So that's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
And just this week, police say they found the suspect's car they believe Kata was driven away in. Her family has raised a $10,000 reward for tips. And then that suspect, King, is now being held on a $2.5 million bail.
Wow.
A lot of
Such an alarming
questions here.
case.
It absolutely is.
Thank you, Morgan, for that. We appreciate it. We turn now to the new fallout this morning from the Epstein case. Britain's Prince Andrew now giving up his royal title, Duke of York. ABC's Marcus Moore joins us now. And Marcus, this is a big shakeup for the monarchy. Good morning.
With a major shakeup. Good morning to you. I just want to show you the headline from this morning's Sun newspaper here in the UK. It reads, "Banned Old Duke of York," which pretty much sums up Prince Andrew going even further into royal exile.
This morning, Prince Andrew can no longer be called the Duke of York. The disgraced royal giving up his title after mounting pressure over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew saying in a statement, "In discussion with the king and my immediate and wider family, we have concluded that the continued accusations against me distract from the work of His Majesty and the royal family." The palace issuing this statement just days before the release of a memoir by Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre. She claimed Epstein trafficked her to have sex with Andrew when she was 17.
He knows exactly what he's done, and I hope he comes clean about it.
In his statement, Andrew saying, "I vigorously deny the accusations against me," and telling the BBC in 2019,
"I have no recollection of ever meeting this lady. None whatsoever."
You don't remember meeting her?
No.
In the book, written before Giuffre's death by suicide earlier this year, she described Andrew as entitled and says he believed that having sex with me was his birthright. The prince paid Giuffre millions to settle her claims in 2022, but didn't admit to any wrongdoing and has kept a low profile since then. But recently released emails brought fresh scrutiny, allegedly showing Andrew's friendship with Epstein lasted longer than he claimed. And sources tell ABC News there are additional emails in the Epstein files that would be embarrassing to Andrew. ABC has not verified the emails.
This has been incredibly damaging to the monarchy. There's a sense, I think, that there could be more information that comes out, and this is going to keep coming back and reflecting on them.
He will still be known as Prince Andrew, a title he was given at birth, but his ex-wife is no longer a duchess, just Sarah Ferguson. And the royals also personally distancing themselves from Prince Andrew, saying he is not invited to Christmas. Janae.
Certainly a shakeup, Marcus. Thank you. Now to the massive evacuation efforts in Alaska. More than 1,000 people airlifted to safety after their towns were all but washed away in the aftermath of a powerful typhoon. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has the details.
This morning, dramatic new images capturing the devastation in western Alaska as the aftermath of Typhoon Halong wreaks havoc, forcing more than 1,000 evacuations from remote areas. New footage released by the Alaska National Guard shows daring rescues like this woman being hoisted out of her home as it appears to be floating in the water. Exhausted residents sleeping on board Chinook helicopters, and dozens of evacuees trudging across the tarmac in the rain. It's been a week since more than 6 feet of storm surge and 100-mile-an-hour winds destroyed homes, killing at least one person, at least 2 still missing. Remote coastal towns only accessible by air or water were hit the hardest. In the town of Kipnuk, this drone video showing muddy piles of debris, homes toppled from their foundations.
Everything in my house was shaking, and I was scared.
Brandon West, a hotel manager in Bethel, recalling those heart-stopping moments.
Felt like the whole building was shaking off the foundation.
Thousands are currently displaced, with the largest airlift in Alaskan history currently underway. More than 1,600 people evacuated so far and forced to find shelter nearly 500 miles away in Anchorage.
We've been also transporting maintenance. Some of these communities have less than 72 hours worth of food and 1 to 2 days worth of fuel to power the generators.
The Red Cross is using a 5,000-seat arena to house evacuees. And as for what's next, damage assessments are underway in more than a dozen villages in the region. Evacuations will still take a few more days. Gio.
Okay, we are thinking of all of those folks. Jacqueline, thank you so much.
Now to a big night in baseball. The Dodgers sweeping the Brewers to seal their spot in the World Series and the chance to defend their title. ABC's Alex Pochet joins us with all the action. Alex, it was showtime with Shohei Ohtani, right?
Absolutely. Hey, you like home runs?
I sure do.
Because there were nothing but bombs last night. An absolutely incredible performance by Shohei Ohtani, helping the Los Angeles Dodgers punch their ticket to the World Series for the second year in a row. The Dodgers sweeping the Milwaukee Brewers 5-1 in Game 4 of the NLCS, beating the team that actually had the best record in baseball in the regular season. Ohtani had 10 strikeouts pitching and 3 home runs all by himself, including this 469-foot moonshot in the 4th. Commentators called last night possibly the greatest single performance by a player in postseason history. No surprise that Ohtani won the NLCS MVP after that historic performance. And the Dodgers will now either face the Toronto Blue Jays or the Seattle Mariners for the World Series. The two are currently battling out in the ALCS, facing off in Game 2 last night, coming in with a series, or Game 5 last night. The series tied 2-2. Picking up the action in the bottom of the second, Eugenio Suarez gets the party started with a run-1 homer. Top of the 4th, Toronto responds. Score tied 1-1 with a runner on second. A base hit. Alejandro Kirk, one of the slowest runners in the big leagues, squeaks by the throw home. Brewers on top 2-1. And then bottom of the 8th, Seattle draws even with a homer by Cal Raleigh. We call him Big Dumper. This ties things up. Suarez back up at the plate. 2-2, bases loaded, and yep, That's a grand slam. Seattle goes on to win 6-2, and they are now just one game away from their first World Series appearance in franchise history as the Dodgers look to defend their title. Guys?
Alex Verchey, a play-by-play guy.
So
Wow.
good. Alex, thank you. Great to have you in studio. Still ahead here on Good Morning America, a businessman ambushed outside his mansion, the chilling surveillance video, and what police are saying about the shooter.
Plus, it's college game day. Desmond Howard's going to join us from Athens, Georgia.
And in our second hour, a special moment for our Robin Roberts.
Hold your nose and close your eyes.
Welcome back to the room where it happens. Here on GMA, a blockbuster week for Hamilton on Broadway. The musical raked in its best week ever, taking in more than $4 million.
Wow.
The popular show now it's in its 10th year, seeing a resurgence with the return of original cast member Leslie Odom Jr., who you just saw right there. He, of course, is playing Vice President Aaron Burr. Just so good. And it's on Disney Plus, so you can watch
Great
it.
show, yeah.
It's incredible how well that show's doing on Broadway.
Amazing,
right now. Yeah.
amazing.
All right, let's take a look at some of the other stories that we're following. This Saturday morning, a manhunt in the Detroit suburbs for the suspect who shot a prominent businessman in his driveway. Police released video showing the gunman emerging between two cars and firing into Eddie Jawad's SUV. Jawad survived with a gunshot wound to the leg. He's a well-known in Macomb Township. He owns several gas stations in that area.
And 10 people were injured when a balcony came crashing down in Ohio. The structure collapsed Friday night at a home in Cincinnati. Police say at least one person suffered life-threatening injuries. An investigation into the cause of the collapse is now underway.
Wow, scary images there. And Ford recalling more than 625,000 vehicles due to concerns over camera displays and seat belts. The automaker saying in some Super Duty pickup trucks, some images may not show up properly on rear view cameras in certain lighting conditions. This could increase the risk of a crash. Ford also recalling Mustang models due to a possible seatbelt related malfunction. Drivers can go to Ford dealers to update their camera software and inspect seatbelts at no cost.
And the Las Vegas Aces taking a victory lap, celebrating their championship win in a big way. The WNBA team taking over the Las Vegas Strip for a massive parade with crowds of fans. They topped off the big day with confetti, a concert, and fireworks outside the T-Mobile Arena. This was the team's third championship in 4 seasons, solidifying them as a dynasty.
That's right. Now, it's so fun to watch. All right, speaking of sports, because we start this half hour with an exciting day in college football, Heisman Trophy winner, ESPN football analyst, our buddy Desmond Howard, joining us from the home of the Georgia Bulldogs. Desmond, we're going to keep the dogs at bay just for a minute here, because we're going to start with LSU heading to Nashville to take on Vanderbilt. What's the key for the Tigers to come away with a win on the road?
I tell you, it's crazy for you to ask me the key for LSU to beat Vanderbilt, but it speaks volumes to the job that their head coach Clark Lee has done, and he has a great quarterback in Diego Pavia. I tell you what, the Tigers going to win this game. They're going to have to win the battle in the red zone. A few weeks ago, we were in Tuscaloosa. We saw Vanderbilt. They were going toe-to-toe with Alabama, but what happened was in the red zone, Diego Pavia had 2 costly turnovers, one an interception and the other was a fumble. And this LSU defense under Blake Baker, his second year, they've really been a unit that's turned around from year 1 to year 2. They're going to have to stop the run because the Commodores, they're stubborn when it comes to running the ball. If they're able to stop the run, create some turnovers in the red zone, maybe the Tigers will walk away with a victory.
Okay, we'll see what happens. All right, so it's officially the 3rd Saturday in October. Tennessee heads to Tuscaloosa to face Alabama in a huge SEC matchup. What are you watching in this one?
Well, when it's the 3rd Saturday in October, the cigars come out. So the winner's going to pop some cigars in the locker room. I tell you what, you got to watch this Alabama team. They had a very physical game a week ago against Missouri. Listen, they don't like Alabama here. They don't like him, but we're going to talk about him anyway. So listen, it's going to be a great matchup. Tennessee, Josh Heupel, high-powered offense. They're going to come out trying to score a lot of points. Alabama has to slow down that offense just like the Georgia Bulldogs did. I was in Knoxville when the Bulldogs beat Tennessee. So this is going to be a heck of a game. I cannot wait. Ty Simpson, the quarterback from Alabama, having a fantastic season. Jam Miller, he was concussed a week ago. He's going to be back. They're going to have to stop the run on defense and score some points, Alabama is, in this game against Tennessee. But it's going to be a high-scoring affair, guys.
All right, Desmond, now on to Georgia. You are in Athens, Georgia, where Ole Miss aims to win against the Georgia Bulldogs. How can the Rebels pull off the upset?
I tell you what, you look at the Ole Miss Rebels, and obviously Lane Kiffin is the head coach. He's a brilliant offensive mind. He's going up against one of the geniuses on defense in Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart's game plan is going to have to be, we need to slow down this Rebels offense. Now, how is he going to do that? All week long, he's been trying to tell his fans here, they're going to have to be loud, disrupt the communication for Ole Miss offense. It's going to be like, who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Keep it going. Another one.
You're going to get a lot of that in the stadium this afternoon, baby. Let's go!
Love it.
That was amazing, guys. Thank you so much. And tune in to College Game Day starting at 9 a.m. on ESPN, featuring an exclusive interview with former head coach James Franklin since his departure from Penn State. And catch the big day in college football right here on ABC. And frightening doorbell camera video showing 3 people in Halloween masks allegedly terrorizing a family on their doorstep and reportedly trying to break into their home. ABC's Perry Russum has more on the search for the suspects in this terrifying video. Good morning, Perry.
Yeah, good morning. It was 6 minutes of terror for a family in Virginia. It was late at night when 3 people wearing masks apparently tried to get into their house. Police are now involved, and this video is terrifying. This morning, chilling video captured on a Ring doorbell camera.
Open the door!
3 people wearing Halloween masks terrorizing a family in Alexandria, Virginia, just outside Washington, D.C., late Tuesday night.
Worst nightmare.
The 3 apparently laughing at first, but their actions quickly becoming more sinister. From pulling on the front door.
Open the door! Open the door!
To making the motion of cutting their throat before threatening to break into the house.
I'm gonna count to 10. If this door doesn't open, we're gonna come in. 1, 2.
I said Happy Halloween when they first came, asked them to get off the property. When they didn't, that's when I realized it wasn't a joke anymore.
Our ABC affiliate WJLA speaking with Shayla, one of those family members inside. She says the 3 never got into the house.
They tore the whole thing down.
She says they made their way to the backyard, destroying her fence and the screen to the back door.
They came through there, and that's how they entered to get to our door to be able to knock on the back door.
I'm not aware of incidents that have occurred this heinous before. And that's why it's so concerning.
Police in Alexandria now investigating. The chief calling this video very alarming.
But we're going to take every step once we identify them to prosecute them to the fullest extent of the law.
Investigators say what may be seen as a prank days before Halloween is no joke.
Going around to their backyard, destroying property, and transitions from a prank to a criminal offense. And we take these incidents seriously.
And the chief says his message to whoever did this is turn yourself in. Shayla says that is her mom's house. Her mom now lives in fear because they do not know who did this. Police say they have promising leads with.
Well, that's good that they have leads. They're just terrifying case.
Really terrifying.
Thank you, Perry. We appreciate it.
Back now on GMA with the company Meta looking to address concerns about teen safety on its social media platforms by adding some parental controls. And ABC's Andrew Dimbert has all of the details. Good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Gio. With artificial intelligence increasingly becoming a part of everyday life, safety has become a lightning rod in the debate over how to regulate the technology, especially when it comes to children. Meta says it's working to make sure teens are engaging with it responsibly. The parent company of Facebook and Instagram announcing new parental control features that can disable one-on-one chats, block specific chatbots, and allow parents to see conversations that their children may be engaging in. Meta claims much of this rollout isn't necessarily new, but rather augments protections already in place for teen accounts, including just this week. Anyone under 18 years old will be automatically restricted to a so-called PG-13 experience on the platform, similar to PG-13 movie ratings, unless, of course, their parents opt them out. Meta says these new features allow parents to have more say in how far a child's relationship can go with AI.
It's fascinating, Andrew, but some critics say that these AI companies, they don't go far enough in protecting kids, and more responsibility should be placed on those companies, not parents, when it comes to protecting kids, right?
Well, one of the loudest critics is in Hollywood. Actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt has been working with California lawmakers and psychologists to lobby for more federal and state guardrails. On the flip side, Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, which operates ChatGPT, Meta AI's direct competitor, is getting backlash for saying his company is not the elected moral police and that ChatGPT will safely relax most restrictions, for adults anyway, in an effort to allow users more freedom to use AI in the ways that they want now that it has new tools.
Wow. All right. Yeah, very fascinating. And Andrew, it is so great to have you here on GMA. Thank you so much for that.
We're back now with our play of the day, and the man who says it with flowers. Maurice Harris is a well-known floral artist and businessman in Los Angeles. And the owner of Bloom and Plume can't help brightening up people's days with random acts of giving out bouquets. Take a look.
Last time somebody gave you flowers?
Oh, I buy myself flowers.
Oh, you do? Okay, well, I'm going to change that. Here. Aww. When's the last time somebody gave you flowers?
I've never got flowers.
What? Wait a minute. Here's a big one for you. And there's a little baby girl.
Yes, thank you.
Men, black men specifically, we don't get our flowers very often, right?
That's true.
But we need to be celebrating. We need to celebrate each other. Don't you think?
That's true.
For you.
Oh, for me?
Yeah. When's the last time somebody gave you flowers?
Ages.
Really?
I actually have tattoos of flowers to remind me, like, I'm worthy of love, you know? Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh my
That
gosh.
is so sweet.
Gosh,
I love that.
fantastic. Making the world a better place, one bouquet at a time.
So Bloom and Plume in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Let's get
That's
them
right.
business. Go Maurice. That's awesome.
Love it. All right, coming up here on GMA in our second hour, a special moment for our Robin Roberts, cutting the ribbon on a project very dear to her heart.
Very exciting there. And a financial expert shares advice on the smartest way to save now for your child's higher education later.
And some yummy pumpkin recipes for fall. They look so good.
Come here, you.
Good morning, America. It's our second hour. Tomahawks on the table. Ukraine's President Zelensky making his plea at the White House to President Trump for those long-range missiles that can strike deep inside Russia, and what Zelensky is offering in return.
Royal shakeup. Prince Andrew gives up his titles. The latest fallout for the former Duke of York over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. What royal watchers are saying.
Jennifer Lopez is back on the big screen, and he's the movie's breakout star. Tonatiuh talks sharing the screen with Jennifer Lopez in Kiss of the Spider Woman as he joins us live on GMA.
And
oh, wow.
a special honor for our very own Robin Roberts.
I could never have imagined what is behind us right now.
Her alma mater paying tribute to her career and her legacy as students she's inspired say,
Good morning, America! Line up!
Live from ABC News headquarters in New York City, it's Saturday. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. So great to have you with us. Is that a live picture right now? Is this
it's stunning.
Gorgeous.
It is.
Beautiful. Right over New
That
York
big
City.
old city.
Hello.
We're just a small
Fall
part
is
of
in the air. Huge congratulations to our friend Robin Roberts. What an honor.
Can you believe that set they have there?
It's incredible.
At the Robin Roberts Media Center? Yeah.
We're going to get into all of that coming up. Also, we have expert tips for how best to save now for your child's higher education. That's coming up. Plus, Shohei Ohtani leading the Dodgers in a sweep over the Brewers. The highlights as the team sets their sights on another World Series appearance.
All right, good stuff there. And demonstrations expected to take off across the country for No King's Day protests. We're going to look ahead to the thousands of events planned nationwide here.
Yes, but we do begin with President Trump calling for Ukraine and Russia to end the fighting and Ukraine's request to secure long-range cruise missiles from the U.S. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang joins us again from Washington with the latest. Good morning, Selena.
Hey, Janae, great to be back with you. That's right. Ukraine's Zelensky came to the White House to ask President Trump for those Tomahawk missiles, but Zelensky did not walk away with the deal. President Trump is now hesitating on sending those powerful missiles to Ukraine. Overnight, the high-stakes meeting at the White House. President Trump sitting down with Ukraine's President Zelensky.
I think President Zelensky wants it done, and I think President Putin wants it done.
Trump expressing confidence that Russia's Vladimir Putin is ready to end the war. But Zelensky saying Putin is not, as Russia has only escalated its attacks. Zelensky asking the president for long-range Tomahawk missiles, weapons that can strike deep inside Russia. Trump had suggested he's open to that, but 24 hours after speaking on the phone with Putin, President Trump now hesitating.
Hopefully we'll be able to get the war over with without thinking about Tomahawk.
Zelensky then put an offer on the table, suggesting the U.S. swap Tomahawks for sophisticated Ukrainian drones. Trump is now preparing for a second summit with Putin, this time in Hungary, admitting, though, that Putin could be playing him.
Aren't you concerned that maybe the Russian president is trying to buy himself more time?
Yeah, I am, but, you know, I've been played all my life by the best of them, and I came out really well.
After their 2-hour meeting, Zelensky saying he's realistic about his chances of getting those Tomahawks.
I think that Russians afraid about Tomahawks, really afraid, because it's a strong weapon.
Zelensky stressing his country needs security guarantees from the U.S.
Our nation is afraid that if we will have ceasefire, we need security guarantees from the United States that Putin will not come again with aggression.
The president later urging both countries to stop fighting at their current positions.
You stop at the battle line and both sides should go home, go to their families, stop the killing.
And President Trump said that meeting with Putin in Hungary could happen within the next 2 weeks. Trump says he'll likely also meet with Zelensky there, but separately. Now, remember, guys, it was back in August when President Trump had met with Putin in Alaska, but President Trump walked away empty-handed. The big question now, guys, is will this time be any different?
Yeah, so much at stake with all of these discussions. Selena, thank you. We appreciate it. Now to former New York Congressman George Santos, a free man this morning after President Trump commuted his prison sentence. Santos walked out of a federal prison in New Jersey late last night. Santos was sentenced back in April after being convicted of wire fraud and identity theft. Just days ago, Santos wrote a letter to Trump pleading for a pardon. Trump announced the move to commute Santos' 7-year sentence on social media on Friday. Trump calling Santos somewhat of a rogue, but said at least Santos had the courage, conviction, and intelligence to always vote Republican. Gio?
Okay, WIT organizers are expecting millions of Americans to turn out for the No King's Day protests that are happening across the country. They say 2,600 demonstrations are planned for today. And Alex Stone joins us now from Los Angeles, where just a few hours here, the streets are expected to be packed. Good morning, Alex.
Hey, Gio, good morning again to you. Yeah, this is going on all over the country today. 2,600 different locations nationwide. Millions are expected to take part today in cities all over the place, including here in downtown LA. You can see they now have this fencing up. This is where the troops were standing a number of months ago, where they were shoulder to shoulder. And now instead today, they have put up this fencing to get ready. Organizers say this is going to be a follow-up to what went on in June. They want this to be No King's Day #2 with the follow-up today. Now, groups organizing today's events say these are in response to what they call an abuse of power by President Trump, including his immigration crackdown and attempts to send in troops in cities like here in LA and Portland and Chicago. Outside of Chicago this week, a number of arrests have been made at an ICE building. A fence around that building was coming down. Judge ruled that fence had to be removed because it was a safety hazard there. Republicans are branding today's events as Hate America rallies, and the rallies only contribute to the ongoing government shutdown, which as of today is in day 18. Organizers say these rallies are being organized by regular people and volunteers, but a number of groups, including the ACLU, are helping to organize these. A number of celebrities are going to be taking part as well. Now, here in LA, police are telling us, and across the country, they are aware of threats that have been made online against these rallies that are going to go on. They see nothing specific, no specific threats against them. Guys, back to you.
We certainly will be watching that throughout the day. Alex, thank you. Now to the big night in baseball. The Dodgers sweeping the Brewers to seal their spot in the World Series and the chance to defend their title. ABC's Alex Perche joins us with the action. Alex, there was a lot of action. Showtime with Shohei.
Showtime with Shohei out in L.A., but Janae, you like home runs?
Yes.
Because we had some bombs last night. Absolutely. An absolutely incredible performance by Shohei Ohtani, helping the Los Angeles Dodgers punch their ticket to the World Series for the second year in a row. The Dodgers sweeping the Milwaukee Brewers 5-1 in Game 4 of the NLCS, beating the team that had the best record in the regular season. Ohtani had 10 strikeouts pitching and 3 home runs all by himself, including this 469-foot moonshot in the fourth. Commentators called it the greatest single performance by a player in the postseason ever. No surprise that he then went on to win the NLCS MVP after that historic performance. And now the Dodgers will either face the Toronto Blue Jays or the Seattle Mariners in the World Series. Those two are currently battling out in the ALCS, and last night was Game 5. The series tied 2-2. Picking up the action in the bottom of the second, Eugenio Suarez gets the party started with a 1-run homer. And then top of the 6th, Toronto responds. Score tied 1-1 with a runner on second. A base hit, Alejandro Kirk motoring his way home, beating out that throw. The Brewers on top 2-1. And then bottom of the 8th, Seattle draws even with a homer by Cal Riley. They call him Big Dumper. And then that tees.
Like that nickname.
It's a great nickname, right? That tees things up for Suarez back at the plate. Score tied 2-2, bases loaded. And yep, that is a grand slam. Seattle goes on to win 6-2. They are now just one game away from their first World Series appearance in franchise history as the Dodgers look to defend their title.
You can't emphasize enough this performance by Shohei. It's like two separate players like into one. The pitching performance, the hitting, it is really unreal.
It is a moment in time that we might not ever see.
Sure is. Alex?
I mean, we're happy to call you Big Dumper.
Yeah.
You want us to, bud.
We got to get the story behind that nickname. We're going to find out. Get to the bottom of that. All right. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate it. Coming up here on our GMA morning menu, expert tips on the smartest ways to save up for your child's higher education.
Also ahead, he's stealing the screen in Kiss of the Spider-Woman with J-Lo. Tonatiuh is here.
And Tori Johnson is here. She's got 50% off or more on favorites for fall. We'll be right back here on GMA.
Big Dumper.
Okay, we are back now with our GMA cover story here, and a special honor for our friend Robin Roberts. Her alma mater, Southeastern Louisiana University, unveiling the brand new Robin Roberts Broadcast Media Center. Look at that building right there. Our cameras were there to capture her seeing the building for the first time. Take a look at this. Welcome to the brand new state-of-the-art Robin Roberts Broadcast Media Center at Southeastern Louisiana University.
Oh, wow.
Robin seeing her name inscribed on the academic building for the first time.
Woo. Thank you, Mama. Thank you, Dad. Woo.
This moment decades in the making, starting here on campus. Robin graduating in 1983 with a communications degree, going on to pursue an award-winning career as a broadcast journalist.
Every time they see and experience her journey, they see someone who walked through the walls of a higher education institution, saw the possibilities. You cannot deny the power of education.
Now Robin cutting the ribbon and opening the doors.
I could never have imagined what is behind us right now. But what is most important, everyone who's going to walk through those doors, because you are rooted to rise.
Laying the foundation for future generations to walk in her path.
I see the new building as an opportunity. It is a fresh start for the university and really
make Southeastern a staple as, yes, we are here and we can make an impact.
Oh, that is so cool. Congratulations to Robin. So a fun fact here, when she enrolled there at Southeastern in 1979, there was actually no communications major. But obviously by the time she graduated, there was.
Yeah.
And now there's that state-of-the-art building right there for her.
That is incredible. Huge congratulations to
it's
Robin.
amazing.
And we'll have more on Robin Roberts' Broadcast Media Center on Monday as we tour the state-of-the-art facility and hear from students, even Robin's family, about her incredible legacy at Southeastern. So many are going to benefit from
Lucky
that.
students.
Oh my
Right.
gosh.
And what a special moment there, too.
Yeah.
All right, we do turn now to the best ways to save for your child's higher education, no matter when you're starting. New York Times best-selling author and host of the podcast Money Rehab, Nicole Lappin, is here. Nicole, good morning to you. It's great to have you.
Yeah, great to be here.
We were, Janae and I were literally just having this conversation
good.
because it's like when you're saving for college, not only it seems like this monumental task, and there's such a range of different options that you need to prepare for. So how do parents even begin this process?
Let's get into it. And
Yeah.
I'm going through this myself with my 9-month-old, and we just started 529 for her. And honestly, it's never too early to start. You can start before they're born or adopted and then switch it into their name. And the cool thing about this account is that it grows tax-free. So it allows compound interest to do its thing for longer. It is never too late and it's never too early to start. And there's so much flexibility to this account. A lot of people are like, I don't even know if there will be college by the time my daughter is there or if she's gonna go. Well, you can switch it to somebody else's name in your family. So if one kid doesn't go, you can switch it to their name. You can even switch it to your name, by the way, for continuing education. Or you could use it for a trade school or a community college, or you could use it for laptop, room and board, all that type of stuff. And just as of last year, you can roll whatever you don't use into a Roth IRA retirement account.
It's a win-win.
Wow.
It's a win-win.
That covers a lot of what we were talking about in the conversation.
Any other questions?
That's amazing. So, and you say that friends and family can actually contribute to this.
Okay, there's a You Gift link, so You Gift, and you can send it around for birthdays or holidays. It's kind of like a college registry. So yes, I love the toys. Also, my daughter is like, she doesn't even.
This is smart.
I agree.
You're like, I love the toys, but give me the money.
I think a little bit of both, right? Not to be Debbie Downer. Like, have some toys, but also they can contribute to your 529 through that link. And you can look at credit cards that offer rewards for a 529. Like, I am a points girly.
Yeah.
Love a good airline ticket. But with kids now, you know, thinking about an airline ticket versus our college education, when you're just buying groceries or gas, you can contribute that way.
This is so good. And even if your student's already in high school, you said before, it's never too early, never too late.
It's true, and this doesn't get a lot of airtime, but there are prepaid tuition plans that you can look into for a state where you can basically lock in today's price later on. And we know that college prices are going up. This is fact. It raises higher than inflation, but you can lock it in now almost as a layaway plan. You don't have to pay it all up front. And if they don't go, of course, you're going to get your money
genius.
back.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole, for coming in. It's very helpful. And we're probably going to hit you up for some follow-up questions down the road.
I got you.
We appreciate it.
Okay, where are we? It feels like we're in a forest.
Right?
It's now time for Deals and Steals, our fall festival. Tori Johnson is here with great products at 50% savings or more. Tori, when I walked into the studio today, I said, I'm leaving with a plant.
Right? Exactly.
They look so good.
They do, and that's why it's called Nearly Natural, because they do look so good. And you can really, I think, elevate any indoor space. We also have these topiaries that are really great for outdoors around the front porch. But just a little plant, a little potted plant just can make the big difference in a bedroom, a living room, a den, kind of anywhere, your office. Aren't they beautiful?
Yes.
They are so lifelike, and they're 50 to 80% off today.
That is a huge
assortment.
savings.
Yeah,
Okay.
huge assortment.
Get
All right.
shopping.
For the kitchen, we've got DuraLiving here. So these
How
are really
fun.
fabulous. Exactly. These skulls are just really fun for Halloween. Or Anna in the kitchen, I can't see where she is. She's in that little kitchen setup over there. Said to me, or for in my house every single day.
That's hilarious.
Because that's her style.
Yeah.
So those are really great. But what I love from them are these containers, these glass containers. They're dishwasher safe, freezer safe. They're really fabulous. We should be using glass instead of plastic. These are phenomenal. We've got a big variety of options, including knives as well. So these are just it's perfect, especially as you're preparing that you're going to do holiday entertaining, to then prepare and store food. Everything's 50% off plus free shipping from Dura Living. Yeah.
Good stuff.
All right. Who doesn't love a really great massage?
Oh my gosh.
So you're going to see there, every time you push this, look,
Yes.
it can go from like
Wow.
lightweight
Yeah,
to
yeah.
super intense. But what's most significant about
get
this
this
one
hip
from
real quick.
Reactly,
Yeah.
is it's got that long handle so that you yourself can
can
reach
get your
behind
back,
there.
anything.
Exactly. Although I'm sure Gio's gonna make you like do it for him, right? 50% off and free shipping from Reactly.
Oh,
this
this is
one is a
good.
winner. I know you gotta I know you don't want to turn it off because it's that good,
I know.
but here we go. All right, True Energy compression socks. These are one of the compression socks that our viewers tell me is some of the best compression at the best value.
Wow.
Really great prices on these. So they're going to do everything from promote active recovery, increase circulation. And compression just has so many benefits. And what I like about this line is they make so many different styles. So typically we only see the knee-high ones, but we've got ankle.
I've never seen compression ankle socks.
Exactly. We've got ankle. We've got even no-shows. So many options. Plus, they actually look really good too.
Yeah, they do.
Packs of them, 50% off, start at $12.50.
These are
huge they're really good, and they look good but feel better.
Okay.
Speaking of looking good, Daniela Swabe. This might be one of our best assortments, or one of my favorites.
This is a huge
with
assortment.
Huge assortment with all these mixed metals. I love. We've got these interchangeable earrings that allow you to switch off to different charms so that you can have different looks. All of these like chunky metals are really popular right now. We've got stacking rings, stacking bracelets. All of this is it's just elevates like your existing jewelry. You and I could both pop on any of these pieces,
And they would look great.
And they would look great with what we already have. And that's what I love about when you buy jewelry is like feeling like, okay, I don't have to abandon everything I own. I'm just gonna add to my collection.
There you go.
Keep layering up because more is more, girls. And it's all up to 76% off from Daniela
More is
Swabe.
more, girls.
You got it. And then Malibu Sky, one of our favorites for crossbodies. This one's great because it's got 3 separate compartments all at your access at any one time. You go right into that compartment. These really great webbing straps add a pop of color. So you could keep the strap short like that and wear it just on your shoulder,
Make it
or
longer,
elongate it. And when you got all those kids on your hands, you don't
all
have
those
space.
kids. You're right.
All those
3
kids.
feels like 8, girl.
Yeah.
More is more. Thank you so much, Tori. And we partnered with these companies on these great products. You can get them at gmadeals.com. Scan that QR code on the screen. It'll take you right there. We'll be right back here on GMA.
If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friend.
Welcome back to GMA. I know. We are back with something we all really, really want. A potential Spice Girls reunion. Victoria Beckham recently said she loves the idea of a potential Spice Girls reunion, calling the idea of a tour or residency tempting. But until then, I just love that song. We just want to jam out to the classic hit.
She loves the idea. You love the idea.
Let me body down and wind it all around.
Okay, well.
They kept it going.
Yeah, we got karaoke Saturday here on GMA, but we're going to take a look at the headlines that we're following right now. Britain's Prince Andrew giving up his royal title, Duke of York, amid new scrutiny over his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. The decision comes ahead of the release of a new memoir written by Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre before she died by suicide. Giuffre claimed Epstein trafficked her to have sex with Andrew when she was just 17 years old. Andrew denies the accusations. He says the decision to renounce his title follows discussions with King Charles. Those talks concluded the allegations against him are distracting from the king's work.
And a stunning sight from Hawaii's Kilauea volcano. Check this out right there. Wow. 2 streams of lava shooting in separate directions. Wow. This is a live look right here. The double fountain spewing from a crater at the summit of Kilauea. The dramatic spectacle of molten rock marking the volcano's 35th episode since December.
It's really beautiful, actually. And the Mega Millions prize soaring to new heights. The jackpot now a staggering $650 million after no one picked the 6 winning numbers last night. The game now 3.5 months without a grand prize winner. You can catch the next drawing on Tuesday night.
Okay, get those tickets. All right, we are back now with one of the stars of The Kiss of the Spider Woman. It is a musical drama where a prisoner recounts the story of an old Hollywood film to his cellmate, and Tonatiuh's breakout performance is getting rave reviews. We're going to talk to him in a second, but take a look at this.
Now, if you don't mind, I'll describe the Kendall Nesbitt of my dreams instead of the disappointing reality.
Kendall, you're late. I need you to help me choose a dress for the gala. What shall I wear tonight? Haven't a clue. Maybe the silk Chanel, silvery blue.
You need to choose more than a dress, my dear.
What do you mean?
A woman cannot know what to wear until she knows for whom she is wearing it.
Oh, so much fun, and Tonatiuh is right here. Welcome to GMA.
What's up? It's good to see y'all.
Oh, great to see you. First of all, okay, so I saw the film. Literally everybody who sees this movie is talking about you and that breakout performance, because you are a star, my friend. What was it like getting that role?
I mean, I have to say, I feel like I've been training for this moment my entire life. I've been working class actor, and so for the last 12 years, I've had the opportunity to tell a bunch of different stories, but this time, I got to be at its center and tell 2 different characters. Kendall Nesbitt, which is a 1950s classic Hollywood star a la Gene Kelly or the trauma of Montgomery Clift. And I also got to play Molina, which is a genderless expression of a human being who is a fantasy, who's a dreamer and who refuses to let life take him down. But we were in Argentina shooting this because that's the backdrop of it. And
you shot it in Argentina?
We shot it in Uruguay and Argentina, and I ended up losing about 45 pounds in 50 days. So make sure.
How did you do that?
Girl, I wish this was an ad for Ozempic, because GLP-1 pays, but no, I did it the old-fashioned way.
Wow.
I starved.
Okay. Well, that aside, the performance phenomenal, as we've been talking about, and our viewers may have recognized your co-star in some of those clips there.
Newcomer.
Yeah, wonderful lady by the name of J-Lo.
Yeah.
What was it like working alongside an icon like that?
You know, I just remember preparing because I felt like I was getting invited to the Olympics, working with Jennifer and with Diego and with Bill. But the entire time I was just thinking, oh God, please don't step on her feet in these dance numbers. But no, she's incredible. I mean, it was like watching lightning strike. And her commitment and Artist Equity's commitment was to ensure that they could bring on fresh talent, because obviously sometimes Hollywood gets stuck on bringing the same 5 people again and again, but she knew how hard it was for Latin talent to thrive in this industry, and so they made that commitment, and that's why I'm here with you guys today.
And so not only were you working alongside her, but at one point during filming, she turns to you and gives you quite a compliment.
She did.
Tell us about it.
All right, so picture it. We're doing one of the big numbers, and they call cut. And she turns to me and she says, you're doing a really good job. And I was like, oh, thank you. She said, yeah, this is going to be your Selena moment.
Oh my God.
And I literally was like, huh? And she goes, yeah, but just take it easy, focus on the work, and and then they call action because we're still in the middle of takes. And then I look up and I'm surrounded by some of the best Broadway talent, all Latino. I'm sitting next to Jennifer Lopez, and I'm just like, holy crap, I'm flooded with gratitude and love because I'm living my dream. And then they call cut, and I burst into tears, and she said, what the hell's wrong with you? And I look at her and I was like, why are you so nice? And she goes, girl, fix your face. We got another take to do.
Fix your face.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So the entire team, just amazing. But you're a mama's boy. You're a mama's boy.
Oh, nah.
And you flew mama in.
I sure did. Well, listen, my mom immigrated into this country and worked at a drive-thru. And I had this dream when I was 17 to be a performer. And without blinking an eye, she gave her entire being to my own dream. And so I needed to celebrate this with her. And so I flew her out to New York for our big show-stopping number, Where You Are, which we had 40 backup dancers. And the number is Molina in prison is begging his favorite diva to take him out of the horrors of a dictatorship prison. And she sings to him, why do you have to be where you are? Come with me and be a movie star. Mind you, in real life, Jennifer Lopez is singing that to me while my mom is watching it. I mean, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. But it was just so beautiful. I wanted to celebrate this it's an all-Latin cast, and it's a very beautiful story that does center a genderqueer individual. And I wanted to celebrate this with the communities that it represents. So this past weekend, our opening weekend, I gifted screens to the LA LGBT Center so that their queer youth program can come and see themselves on screen.
Wow.
I gifted it to the very high school that I learned how to act and grew up in, to show an appreciation to the tireless work of public school teachers, specifically the ones in the arts. And all the kids dressed up down to the 9 as if it was their premiere down at the Grove. It was so beautiful. And I just remember a lot of them, I held them in my arms because they were like, I've never seen something like this, that they've never seen themselves on screen like this. And it was just such a touching way to celebrate with the very communities that I was a part of.
Well, we're so happy for you, and congratulations on the film. Once again, the reviews on your performance have just been incredible. Thank you for coming in. Once again, Kiss of the Spider-Woman in theaters right now. Back now with ABC's Secret Savings, and Danny Beckstrom, our friend and our New York Station meteorologist here at WABC, has all the wonderful things to enhance our wellness here, and everything is shoppable. Good morning, Danny.
Good morning,
It's always great to see you. I'm so curious about this.
And I'm going to answer all your questions.
Okay.
Well, most of them.
Yeah, most of them.
How does recovery and relaxation sound?
Perfect. I
Pretty
need
good,
both.
right? So
Yes.
enter the Life Pro sauna blanket. Sweat out the toxins.
There we
Relax, recover. This is good for your skin. This is good for flu season when you need to sweat out,
yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit. And it's also totally safe. Adjustable heat settings so that you can get in there with the sweatshirt on, with the sweatpants on, relax, recover, rejuvenate.
You
This
just
is amazing.
crawl into it,
Crawl
and push
all
the
in
buttons,
and sweat it out. 45% off. These are expensive, but 45% off, that's an incredible deal.
Excellent.
Grab that.
And it's a lot more affordable than an actual sauna like box in your house.
100%.
So-
I want you to, you've been working hard. Will you take a seat for me?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Just, take a load off here. We have the Everlasting Comfort cushions, several different styles here.
Very nice.
You can take these cushions with you in the car, to your office, inside, on the couch. We have in between the legs if you're a side sleeper.
Yep.
You have the cushions to protect your tailbone. I need this one. This slanted one helps with your posture.
The lumbar.
Yes. I have
that's what I'm
back
feeling.
problems because I'm schlumpy. This is what you need to help fix it.
You are no schlump.
I'm pretty schlumpy. 35% off here, so grab that. Do you want to come over here?
Okay, yeah.
If you're not rested enough, why don't we go on vacation?
Mhm.
This here, this is like a facial for your body. This
Okay.
is the body butter that helps to tone and it helps the crepey skin. Do you want to feel that?
Sure, yeah.
And smell it, because
ahead.
this scent is my favorite. This is tropical therapy.
Lovely.
So when you hear
Everybody
things
needs
like
tropical therapy.
peptide-powered, serum-infused, you're thinking skincare on your face, a facial, right? This is facial for your body, from your neck down to your toes. You can get the entire line for more than 30%
Okay.
off. Feel good.
This is the most
smell good.
moisturized my hands have ever been in my
Okay,
life.
well, I'm glad that I could help you.
Yeah.
Okay, this product, I can't believe it didn't exist before now. Two-sided pillows. One side is going to be for the silky, so that you don't wake up with sleep lines.
Wow.
My alarm is set 15 minutes before I need to be at work. So if I have sleep lines from my pillow, everyone's going to know. The second side helps to protect the frizz. These are incredible pillows, night pillowcases and washcloths, up to 60% off. Feel good.
Very
Wake up
smooth
refreshed.
and soft.
And finally, it's a change of season. You got to change the bedding,
Yep,
right?
yep.
This is Linens and Hutch bedding. You've got the entire line from the pillows, you've got the
Mhm.
sheets, you've got the duvets, and this is my favorite, the chunky throw.
Yes.
It looks as good as it is functional. So this time of year, you do got to get the refresh,
You
right?
need all the throw blankets in the fall. Yeah.
And it can be expensive when it's quality, so that's why you gotta grab this deal, 65% off, and these are the things that are gonna last you for years.
65% off. That's big time. You're the
Yeah,
best, Danny.
I'm
It's
happy
good
to
see
be
you.
here.
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
Always great. I'll take it all.
The sauna?
One of each, please. All right, we've partnered with all these companies on these huge savings. You can get them by scanning the QR code right there on the screen. And be sure to check out our October Secret Savings Special with more than 24 exclusive deals curated just for you. And you can stream it now on Hulu.
Coming up, we are falling into pumpkin season. My goodness. With some great recipes just ahead. We are back now on GMA with Brooke Kaysen, the food editor at Delish Magazine, with a few recipes to celebrate the fall season. This is perfect. We're already loving it.
Gio's already started here.
It's so good.
We've
Oh,
all
Danae started.
dived in already. Nope, they only see you with the bite, so it's just you. Let's kick things off with a morning treat. Tell us about this breakfast cake.
Yes, this is pumpkin chocolate chip breakfast cake. And I know you're like, girl, how is it breakfast and cake?
Well, I'm not.
Nobody's questioning.
Yeah, that's so good. Well, it's kind of like coffee cake, but it has pumpkin and chocolate chips in it.
Yeah.
And you can sprinkle a little bit of extra sugar on top to get like a nice crunch, so you have some contrast there. But this one is great with a cup of coffee or like a pumpkin spice latte.
And it doesn't taste too sweet.
Yes.
It's
well,
perfect.
that's why you sprinkle the extra sugar on top.
Right.
Love it. If you want it a little sweeter, you can have it a little sweeter.
Okay, this is candied pepitas.
Yes, candied pepitas. This one's my recipe, so very near and dear to me. It's just some spices and a little egg white that you stir together, put in a thin layer on a baking sheet, and bake them, and then let them cool.
Wait, that's so good.
Yes, it is. I could eat a whole bowl by myself, unfortunately. Actually, fortunately, because I love this stuff. But it's so crispy and crunchy, and it's just a really good
I wasn't
fall snack.
expecting that much flavor in like this tiny bite.
Just a couple spices. I think I threw some cardamom in there, so. Oh my gosh. Definitely had a cardamom.
We're going back for more. And over here, so these are pumpkin spice hot honey brie bites.
Yes, so I gotta add the finishing touch to these.
Ooh, a little razzle dazzle.
Yeah, a little razzle dazzle.
In that honey?
There
That's
is.
the hot honey?
So this is hot honey. You can get hot honey from the store, but I like to make my own because the hot honey at the store is not quite hot enough for me.
There we go.
So you put a big dollop
We
on
need
there.
it hotter.
And your hot honey, if you make it yourself, it can last for up to 2 months.
Oh my gosh, that looks so
honey,
good.
crushed red pepper flake, and that's really all you need.
So a lot of our viewers don't know this, but Gio is a huge Harry Potter fan.
Yes.
And you have a drink here that's like a tribute to Harry Potter. Tell us about it.
So this is the pumpkin juice, if you're a Harry Potter fan like you are.
What's the magic word, Gio?
Cast a spell.
There's a magic
please.
word?
Yeah, cast any spell for us.
I don't want to do abracadabra.
No, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll skip that
How
one.
does this come together?
So this pumpkin juice has apple cider base, and there's some pumpkin puree, and the secret ingredient, which is some apricot preserve. So it's got a good balance of sweetness, a little bit of that fall spice to it. And it's the perfect mocktail for a fall day. You can have it warm or iced. Like
Oh my
you
God,
guys
that's
have it.
delicious.
It's so refreshing.
It is very
Yeah.
refreshing. I'm kind of mad I didn't pour myself a glass.
I know.
Well,
Well, the good news is we've got the whole pot.
you
right
got
here.
a whole. I've got a whole pumpkin.
We can just ladle it for you.
This is fantastic.
You know, she asked us, she says, did you have breakfast already? We're like, nope, now we do.
Now we have
Now
a
we
whole
did.
spread. Thank you so much
so
for being with us.
welcome.
You
Thank
can
you so
scan
much.
the
I'm leaving
QR
all this
code
here.
on the screen to get all of these recipes, or go to our website, goodmorningamerica.com. How is it?
I need some
Delicious.
of that hot honey.
Amazing.
Here we go.
We're
Gio,
still going.
he fixed up a plate for the road.
Wrapped it up, ready to go.
Plate, leftovers.
Look at that. All right.
Thanks for starting your day with us.
Yeah, you can catch more weekend news coverage over on ABC News Live.
And we'll see you here tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.